And guys, this exact strategy and trades like this helped me make $34,000 these last 3 months. Let me show you how. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another trade recap for you guys. I'm going to show you guys how I made $2,460 across my 5 funded accounts, guys. I'm going to pull up the receipts for you guys right here on the screen, just so you guys know I'm not lying about my profits, all right? Now, before we get straight into it, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Check the description where I have a link to my Instagram as well as my Discord server, where it is a bunch of traders like myself just growing and sharing their journey. All right, guys, let's get straight into the video. So I'm not going to give you guys full top-down analysis, but I'm going to give you guys a little bit of my thought process moving into the trading day. So I do trade the NASDAQ. I like to call it NQ. I trade during New York session. So I'm going to show you guys what I was looking for. So we went in the 4-hour here at market open around like 9 o'clock, and we didn't really see much going on. There was this gap that got filled pretty fast. So these are important things I'm saying, guys. I'm not just yapping. So pay attention to like these little details of my thought process. So I noticed that we were already like ready to inverse this gap. So that was kind of a sign to me that we wanted to go lower for at least the time being. Moving on to the 1 hour, we were kind of doing the same thing, just seeing what was going on. There wasn't really much, we just have this like massive gap right here, and like these like candles kind of randomly above, this liquidity and stuff. So there really wasn't much for me to see, even on the 30-minute, not really much. So I was kind of just going with a flowing bias, if that makes sense, just kind of seeing what the market was giving me here. So let's get straight into what I was looking at around market open. Okay, so this is what market open pretty much looked like. Once again, I noticed how we were kind of moving choppy and stuff. Really wasn't seeing much today. Today wasn't like the greatest price action for pre-market and stuff like that. So at this point, I wanted to look for some sort of retracement to show a strong direction for a market open. Okay, so we kind of already mapped out this equilibrium, and my thought process was, if we break to the upside here, then I may be very convinced that we want to go higher, at least for a candle or two, right? And kind of vice versa. If we break to the downside here, breaking this candle, kind of the same exact thing. So here's what ends up happening, guys. We actually end up getting a break right after this market open candle here at 9:25. So that was my sign to enter. Now, if you guys are like, wait, that's it? Well, remember, guys, I'm also aligning this with market open, the timing. So this isn't a strategy you trade any time of the day. This is something that only works around market open because we usually get a pretty strong candle around 9:20 to 9:30 directly at market open. New York session opens at 9:30. So this was my thought process, and this is how I trade when we have market conditions that aren't the most trending, right? When we're trending a little more, I like to trade on the 1 minute, but when we have moments like this, then I like to trade on the 5 minute time frame and look for confirmations like the equilibrium off of market open to potentially take a trade off of. So let's get on to the 1 minute so you guys can see what's going on here. So yeah, we ended up hitting this trade within 1, 2, yeah, pretty much like, I'm pretty sure we entered at, let's see here. Yeah, we entered pretty quickly, guys. This trade was like 5 to 10 seconds. I kid you not. Very quick trade, you know, and you could have targeted this liquidity over here. Once again, these are important things, so pay attention to what I'm saying. Right, this is a really strong draw in liquidity, this swing low over here. So that could have been your take profit as well, using my same exact thought process slash strategy, okay? Let's see if there was any more draws in liquidity, because we did end up going down about 400 points. I already checked earlier when I was journaling my trade for the day. So, yeah, we didn't really go much further down, but yeah, we definitely did go down a really good amount of points, which was, I think I said 400 something. Let's see. Yeah. So roughly like 416 points, guys. Amazing trade. After that, we retraced back up. That is why it's important. You have really short take profits. And this is a big take profit, granted, right? But, right here is much more of a shorter one. Me, myself, just due to my current account goals on requesting a payout potentially in 2 days, I only went for 100 ticks. But you could have reasonably went for 138 ticks, and that would have been, a trading reason. It wouldn't have just been you doing that because you feel like it. So that's pretty much how you could have saw, the trade playing out in your favor. But this is pretty much how it played out today for us for this strategy. And yeah, we look forward to tomorrow and the day after potentially being able to take another payout, guys. All right, guys, so nice little short recap for you guys here. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check the description for the Discord, as well as a link to my Instagram account where I post a lot of valuable information, guys. You guys will see my face and I'm just talking about different things and different, questions that people a lot of the times ask me, and I answer it in short form content. So definitely check that out, guys, as well as the Discord, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I love you guys. Stay blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one, most likely for a trading from scratch video. We're going to be continuing that series. All right, guys. I love you guys. Peace.